Are more than capable of providing quality care, and my partner and I will bring that.
We teamed up together as cardiothoracic surgeons to provide the highest standards of care.
We can give people a better quality of life, and the quality of surgery will be as exemplary here as it is anywhere else.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
If you've been waiting on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 device, then the team at Appalachian Wireless has some good news for you. Appalachian Wireless is launching all Samsung S22 models on sale. Every S22 model will be $150 off normal contract pricing. Or take $100 off and we'll pay the taxes on the Appalachian Advantage. Visit one of our retail or dealer locations and on the web, because we don't want you to miss this fantastic deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
For $30 off your Thacker Grigsby or TVS broadband bill through the Affordable Connectivity Program? If you participate in certain federal government-funded programs, yes, you can start your qualification process by going to acpbenefit.org and click on the blue Apply Now button, or call our office at 606-785-9500 or stop by one of our locations in Jackson, Whitesburg, Hazard, or Hindman.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran. I am an entrepreneur. I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am an HCTC graduate.
Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
job by the Estill County Engineer Band on the national anthem, and we've got about a second left on the clock before we'll have the starting lineups for the Estill Engineers and the Cordia Lions here in the first semifinal matchup, the 14th Region Tournament. ROTC has done a wonderful job during this tournament presenting the colors before each game. Folks, welcome in to the 14th Region semifinals. First matchup today between the Engineers of Estill County and the Lions of Cordia. Coach Brian Hall and Coach Dennis Farler, with both of these ball clubs making it into the semifinal round. Cordia with a surprising late comeback in their opening round matchup to put the Hazard Bulldogs to bed.
Cordia really amped up the defense that game.
Yeah, and the Estill Engineers, that young man right there coming out first for them, put the Wolves away in the third overtime the other night. Cade Benton, number 2, will be up under the basket playing a lot of forward. I tell you what, the young man can shoot.
Yes, he can.
Bryce Willis, also a starter for the Engineers. Number 23, Will Isford. Number 11, Kenny Rose. And young man that I recognize from the football field, number 15, Dustin Beeler.
That 5 can get it done against anybody, I believe.
I tell you what, that was an impressive game that they played against Wolf County.
It really was.
Both teams back and forth, but it seemed like no matter what happened, Estill County was there for an answer. And when Wolf had brought the game back twice, Estill finally able to put it away in that third overtime thanks to the cool hand of Cade Benton.
Cade Benton, great shot at the end of the game. It was who had the ball last.
It was who had the ball last. Here we go for the Cordia Lions. We've got number 3, Jago Robinson. Number 1, Jamari Melendez. Trying to see if Robinson's a sophomore. Number 11, return senior for the Lions, Nas Welch, one of the standout players. Number 23, Gordon Malone, played a great game, very aggressive on defense the other night. He's a senior. And ending up the starting 5, winding them down for the Lions, number 24, the young man that runs the show for them, Greg Brooks. Number 24, Brooks is just a freshman.
Just a freshman.
Yeah, returning freshman. Young man can really play basketball. He's
had
fun
no
to
fear,
watch.
did he? Had no fear.
The Engineer faithful are on their feet right across from us. I tell you what, they really came out tonight, didn't they? They came out in full force for this ball game. Rose and Robinson. Tip goes back to the Engineers. Willis out front, Willett working for Estill County. Picked off by Greg Brooks. Takes the steal away, goes to the basket, and Brooks streaks to the basket to open things up.
Shoot the gap, young man.
For the Lions. Little pressure defense by the Lions. Biller handles it across the Engineers. Gets it over in the corner. Wide open. Will Isford for 3. Bottoms up.
Isford can get it done. He's a nice looking kid. Beautiful left-hand shot.
Yeah, Isford says, hey, let's have the ball. Watch this. I'll get things going for us, Coach. Hall. Brooks working against Isford right now.
Estill in a man-to-man.
Brooks tries to take him off the dribble. Goes up under the basket. Shot no good. Knocked down by the Engineers. Rose comes up with it. Gets it to Beeler.
Blocked from behind by Kenny Rose.
This place is on fire right now. Estill County has really came out, and their fans taking up about 3/4 of the Coliseum.
And they're fired up too.
I missed that last shot. I don't know who made that last one.
That was number 15, Dustin Beeler.
Beeler made that one? All right. We got a quick foul. Foul going to be on Estill number 23, Isford.
Got him with the hand check.
Yep. Brooks taking care of things here in the backcourt, getting the offense set for Coach Farler. Over to Melendez. Melendez dishes to Welch. Welch working against Bryce Willis, and Welch going to get called for the ball.
Cordia running their dribble drive offense, trying to get spread them out a little bit, get a weave, get them taken to the basket. Steps right there, though.
Beeler to inbound the ball. Finds Rose. Over in the corner to Isford. Isford drives in against Malone. Can't get the roll. Tipped. Gordon Malone with a big rebound for the Lions of Cordia. And here comes Malone down the lane. He's going to go inside, puts up a little jump shot, no good. Rebound ripped down by Rose, but knocked loose by Melendez and out of bounds. And it'll go stay with the Engineers as Melendez chased that one out of bounds.
Malone going coast to coast.
Hey, buddy, he can do it. Beeler, long pass to Rose, almost picked off by Brooks.
Oh, got to hit opposite.
Gets Benton over in the corner again to Isford, same place he hit the first one, and he gets that one too. Will Isford brought his game with him today.
He sure did.
Opens up his first quarter for the Engineers with two big threes. Ball knocked loose, rolls out of bounds. Melendez can't hold on to it.
Watch this, Coach. Rob, they put Isford back here on the right side. Just kind of stretch this zone offense, zone defense here. They're looking to get him out there.
Rose over to Beeler. Now back to Willis. Willis dumps it inside. Pass picked off by Brooks. Bad pass that time, really. Brooks in the lane, goes up. Beeler gets it out of there, and Beeler's going to get a little talking to.
A stern talking to.
Yeah. Well, that
might have got away with one there.
That was uncalled for, really. Yeah. Try to be unbiased sitting up here in this seat, but a young man that's got a lot to say after a play like that is probably going to find himself on the bench if I'm the coach. Take a minute to cool off.
Absolutely.
Good play defensively, but a little bit too much taunting by Beeler. Ball knocked down all over the court. Lyons comes up with it. Gets it to Melendez, gets it to Welch. Give to Melendez. Melendez underneath to Malone. And he goes up against Beeler and Rose, and they're going to give the foul. They'll give the foul to Rose.
Rose, yeah. They really good ball movement that time by Cordia, getting it one side to the other.
Yeah.
Late on the rotation.
8-2 early in the first quarter as Gordon Malone misses the first free throw. 5:22 to go in the first.
Cordia's had their looks here. They just not able to get something to go down.
Yeah.
Need to make this free throw.
They'll get settled down and they'll make some shots. The key with them is not letting the Engineers get too far out in front. And a long pass by Willis sails over the head of Isford and out of bounds. Turnover, Estill County. And here Cordia will inbound it.
That's a good point, Rob. They just need to settle down and get their run going here. They're playing good defense. They just right now offense is a little bit better for Estill.
Yeah, the key for Cordia is to not get excited. Play your game, take things a little bit at a time. And Brooks hits the floor, slips that time, loses a handle on the ball. Willis comes up with it underneath to Beeler. Beeler back out to Benton, now to Isford. Back to Benton. Benton got to get out of there. Tries to dribble around Brooks, and I think Brooks going to get him with the shoulder.
Yeah. You don't want to foul that far away from the basket. Just stay off the contact, just play hard defense.
Yeah.
Both teams really amped up right now with an opportunity to get to go play at Rupp Arena with a chip to the championship game.
Big time matchup for both ball clubs, and you can sure tell it, feel the atmosphere here tonight with the fans. Willis going to go in against Melendez, puts up a little shot, no good off the backboard, tipped out of there by Robinson, and here comes Nas Welch in the lane against Benton, high off the backboard. He says, let me introduce you to the backboard.
Nas Welch, high off the glass.
Shot high off the glass. Beeler with it for the Engineers, cross midcourt, over to Isford now. Willis looks back at Coach Hall. Talked about Coach Hall earlier. He's coached in a lot of places. He's a young coach with a lot of experience, and a lot of people know him, and nothing but good things to say about Coach Hall.
He's a first-class guy. He really is. He does a good job with his kids, and everywhere he's been a winner.
4:02 to go, 5-8. Engineers with a 3-point lead in the first quarter. Benton working against Nas Welch. Good big matchup here for us today, those two. Keep an eye on that shot, no good, probably altered by Welch.
Good defense. Good defense by Nas Welch that time.
Get a foul that time, I believe, on Kenny Rose. That's 2 on Rose.
That's 2 on Rose.
And number 20, Casey Chaney, will come into the ball game for Estill. Young man played some pretty good minutes the other night when he came in for Estill against Wolf.
He sure did.
Quick guard up front for them. Dump to Robinson. Robinson going to go lane, puts up a little floater, no good, tipped. And Beeler comes up with it, and he's going to bring it out of there against Nas Welch. Pass up the court to Isford. Now back to Beeler, tipped by Welch. Over to Chaney. Chaney looking for Benton. Benton calling for the ball. Chaney working against Jamari Melendez. Now over to Bryce Willis, inside to Isford, working against Brooks, under the basket, goes up.
Muscles are way in.
I love this guy, man. I tell you what, Will Isford.
Strong player.
Look at his eyes. Yeah. He is ready to play today.
And he's got the matchup against Robinson out here.
Talk about some determination. That shot no good by Malone. Tipped underneath. Beeler comes down with it. We got a foul. That foul's going to be on Beeler. That's his first foul. Nas Welch will go to the line.
Nas doing a good job. He had the assignment against Benton and moved him over onto Beeler.
Well, folks, keep your eyes on Nas Welch tonight, because if anything, if something good comes out of this game for Cordia, Nas Welch or Greg Brooks is going to be the leader of the ship. I tell you what, these two guys really control this team for Cordia. And Welch, just a high-profile player last year, offensively one of the leading scorers in the region. A great offensive-minded basketball player. Second free throw is good for Welch. 7-10 now, 3-point lead for the Engineers. Ball over in the corner to Willis. Willis loses it out of bounds.
Estill running their sideline free throw break there. Usually I saw him get a bucket or two on Wolf like that. Just mishandled it.
We've got a sub in the game for the Lions. I think that's Bennett, I believe. Malone up and under on the glass.
Rob's on cue with Brooks. Makes the move. Nice pass by the young man. Isford going to the hole. He's really taking advantage of the drives.
Isford will go to the line now, 2:33 to go. Estill backs everybody back out of the lane, off the blocks. I think he's wearing number 2.
Number 2.
With the right jersey number on him. We look at that sheet that we had earlier from Cordia. Here we go. Right here it is.
Good pass.
Yeah, Samari Bennett is in the game, number 2. Samari
Number 2,
Bennett.
yeah.
He's wearing number 2. Shot that time was good, 11-12. Here comes Will Isford again. No good on the 3. Jago Robinson up the court to Bennett. Up and underneath off the glass is good for the Lions.
Bennett coming in, being a
back
factor.
Back and forth, and the Lions have a 1-point lead, first in the game. Benton goes to Chaney. Chaney loses the handle on it. We're going to get a foul called on
24.
Brooks. That is his second foul. I'd like to see Brooks, Coach Carter would like to see Brooks stay out of foul trouble. He's going to have that young man through this game.
Brooks got in foul trouble the last game, and he left him in.
Chaney inbounds to Beeler over in the corner to Willis. Willis going to drive in the lane. Goes up against Malone and gets the shooter's roll.
Nice shot by the young man.
First 2 of the game. Nas Welch underneath. Great defense right now by Cordia, too. Pressure defense trying to tie up the Engineers. Chaney Over to Isford. Isford drives, puts up a little shot. Will Isford again for 2. And we'll get a timeout. 1:28 here from the Coliseum. The Engineers with a 1-point lead over the Cordia Lions. I thought we had a timeout. What did we call?
I think he had a blocking foul.
Must have. I thought I saw Farmer make the motions, but I guess I was wrong too.
He pointed toward the bench. The ref did, so could fool me too.
1:28, 15-16. 1-point lead for the Engineers. Brooks working against Isford. Now over inside to Robinson. Robinson puts the ball on the court, goes up with a little jump shot, no good. Benton with the rebound. Benton pushes it up the court for the Engineers. He's going to stop, puts up the 3, no good. Down to Robinson. Robinson pulls it down. He's going to go in the lane. Nice step off the backboard, no good. But he'll draw the foul.
Good side step to avoid the charge right there.
Yeah.
Estill County set up to get that. I really thought he was going to charge. He did a good job getting it around him.
First foul on Bryce Willis as Robinson will go to the free throw line. Special thanks to our 14th Region Boys Full Tournament sponsors. Appalachian Regional Healthcare, more health, more care, more for Appalachia. First shot for Robinson is good. First Trust Bank, great people, great banking and financial service. Locations in Hazard, London, and Richmond. Law offices of David A. Johnson, Eastern Kentucky attorneys representing Eastern Kentucky people. Call the car wreck professionals with locations in Hazard and Jackson. Second shot by Robinson rolls in.
Estill getting the sideline break. Got him.
And there he is. Willis open in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound down to Greg Brooks. Brooks cross midcourt quickly. Dumps it over to Robinson. Tip. No good. Bennett with the rebound over in the corner to Brooks. He'll fire the 3. No good. And rebound down to Bryce Willis. Cheney now. Passes it up to Benton. Almost taken away by Gordon Malone, and he knocks it out of bounds.
Estill looking to run just as much as Cordia right now. Kind of surprising. I thought they would slow it down.
I did too. Cheney.
Estill in their flex offense set.
30 seconds. Over in the corner to Bryce Willis. Puts up a shot. Good for 3. And he gets the foul.
Foul on Brooks,
and
too.
If that's Brooks, that's his 3rd.
His 3rd. That's big. Never foul the jump shooter.
Oh. Thanks again, Appalachian Wireless, serving Eastern Kentucky. Bigger savings, better service. Get the best phone on the Appalachian Advantage plan. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. Go Time, refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 6 great locations for your convenience. YPK Motorsports with 3 locations in Eastern Kentucky. Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville. First, the shot by Willis is good, and that was a 4-point play. Estill County up now 20-17 with that 3-pointer and the made free throw by Bryce Willis.
On the scoreboard is Cordia ahead, or is Estill County ahead? I think it's Cordia's ahead.
Well, the Engineers should be the team that's up right now, I thought. I don't know, I'm kind of confused now.
Yeah.
We had a dunk on one end by Jago Robinson. And Beeler comes down the court, puts in a basket, and we'll come to the end of the first quarter, 22-19, 3-point game. We'll be right back after these messages here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
We are more than capable of providing quality care, and my partner and I will bring that.
We teamed up together as cardiothoracic surgeons to provide the highest standards of care.
We can give people a better quality of life, and the quality of surgery will be as exemplary here as it is anywhere else.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
So we are back from the Coliseum, and we have a correction here on the scoreboard. They had the score backwards a minute ago, but they've got it corrected now.
Yeah.
Estill County 22, Cordia 19. We had that correction made. Both Sean Noble and myself were both asking that question. We were about to climb over the scores table, press row, and go to the scores table here.
We've had the YMT TV lady, sports talk person. She's asking the ref right now what's going on.
7:56 to start second quarter here from the Coliseum. Jamari Melendez working against Cheney, drives, kicks over in the corner, but going to be knocked out of bounds by Cheney.
Melendez looking to take over the point guard responsibilities while Brooks is in foul trouble.
Yeah, we hadn't mentioned that yet, but Greg Brooks, an important key for Coach Farler on this Lions team, picks up his third foul in the first quarter there to end the quarter. As you see Gordon Malone go to the basket. Nice little work underneath for Malone. But Malone can do a lot of things, and he plays hard defensively too. Jamari Melendez knocks the ball loose. Isford goes up, comes back down. And Isford will go to the line. Foul going to be on Melendez. That's his first. 21-22, Lions down one.
Estill says if you're going to pressure hard and double team, we're going to look for the mismatch and take it right to you.
Correct. Isford from the line. First shot, no good. 6 fouls here in the first half so far for Estill County and 5 for Cordia. Isford holds the line for the second shot, puts it up, nothing but net.
Smooth left-handed shot.
Young man really played an excellent first.
Estill switched their defense there in a tandem matchup 2-3.
Jago Robinson for 3. Another young man for the Lions that can just about do anything Coach Farler needs. Another 3 on this end by Bryce Willis. Bryce says, let's watch this. I can do the same thing.
Anything you can do, I can do it better.
Malone. And we're going to get a charging blocking foul against Cade Benton. Benton kind of rolled over on his own ankle, I believe.
Kind of thought that should have been a no call.
I did too.
He kind of flopped, went down. Ref said, no, we're not going to do that today.
A little bit of a late whistle too.
No late. Bonus.
Yeah, 7 fouls, should be 1 and 1. I think Benton's okay. I think he just rolled over on that ankle when he hit the ground.
Yep.
And Gordon Malone will go to the free throw line. Gotta love the pep section, man. Malone is money on the first one.
Estill's pep section right behind the goal where he's shooting at. Having a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Doesn't seem to bother Malone right now. He probably didn't want to. He's probably not looking at that anyway.
I hope not.
Isford going to go in the lane against Robinson. Shot is up, no good. Brought out of there by Jago Robinson. Here he comes down the lane to the basket and in.
Jago to the front of the rim. Coast to coast.
Tell you what, he's got some big minutes here in the first half. Cade Benton for 3. Yes, sir.
From downtown. He hit that one from Kelsey's.
That's where he likes it. 29-27. Engineers with a 2-point lead, 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Robinson over to Welch. Welch wants to drive, kicks back to Bennett. Samari Bennett. Pass was intended for Melendez and going to be knocked out of bounds by Estill County. A little bit faster paced game by the Engineers, as you made mention earlier. I thought maybe they would slow things down a bit, but they've run the court and matched with Cordia pretty well here in the first half. Melendez under the basket, no good. Benton goes for the rebound and knocks it out of bounds.
Just mishandled the weak side rebound there. I thought he thought it was going to hit the rim.
Yeah. Welch inbounds to Robinson. Robinson
nice.
to the rim, misses. Rebound pulled down by Beeler. Beeler Goes into the basket, puts up off the backboard, no good. Pulled down by Gordon Malone. Here we come back on the other end. Malone into the lane. And I think we're going to get a blocking foul on Willis.
Yeah. He wasn't set. I know he's a little frustrated on that.
Yeah.
But probably a good foul.
So Bryce Willis with 2 fouls. Gordon Malone will go back to the free throw line. Shot by Malone is no good. Beeler pulls down the rebound.
You can tell that Coach Hall scouted
trap up
the
here in the corner. Taken away by Bennett. Nas Welch under the basket, and Beeler going to pull down the foul, I believe. That's all he's going to get out of that one.
Hammered under the basket, Nas Welch.
I think he was going for the ball, but he got Nas in the process.
Got a lot of body, but as I was saying before, Coach Hall did some scouting on Hazard game, and Hazard was able to take a lot of charges, pack it in. Right now, Estill's trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, Hazard had 3 charges early in that game that really defensively did a lot for them in that first quarter.
Yes, sir.
Welch at the line for the second shot. It's good for Nas Welch.
Sideline break again.
Willis from the corner, no good. Robinson pulls down the rebound. He's going to come down with it. Going to take it in under the basket. Goes up. Shot no good. Taken out of there by Cade Benton. Benton down the court. Over to Willis. Willis spots up for 3. No good. Can't get that shot. Pulled down by Samari Bennett. Bennett up the floor for the lines. Goes in under the basket. Wow. Little run and jump shot for Bennett. Isford over in the corner. Now back to Cheney. Cheney working against Bennett. Over to Benton. Cade Benton going to go in the lane. Dishes back out to Willis in the corner. 3, no good. Battle for the ball. And Benton going to be called for the foul. Benton and 2 other Lions going after the ball. And Benton going to be called for the foul. That's his second.
Yeah, I think
he had to get a.
He got a hand on it first. Benton just going hard for the ball.
Yeah.
I think the boys just bounced off of him. You know?
Yeah, I think that call could have really went either way. You had 2 Cordia players going after the ball, and Bennett just happened to be in the middle.
Yeah, it's unfortunate right there, but you know, I'm glad I'm not on there with the whistle on trying to make these calls.
Bennett's first free throw is no good, and the Lions have a 1-point lead over Coach Brian Hall's Engineers right now.
So much on the line, and you got to make that call in front of all these fans, and you know, you got to just make it and go on.
Yeah. Second free throw by Bennett is good. Beeler to inbound for the Engineers. Finds Benton. Benton cross midcourt. Over in the corner to Willis. Willis drives. Little floater, and he gets the bounce. All over the rim. Finally falls in. Here comes Nas Welch in the lane. Kick back to Robinson. Robinson against Benton. In and out. No good. Welch with the rebound. And Benton going to be called, I think Cade Benton will be called for another foul. Welch going up strong to the basket. Coach Hall got to get a hold of Benton and say, calm down, young man. It's early in this game. We got a lot of basketball left to play.
I got 2 on Benton. How many you got?
I'm showing 3.
3.
They called him for 1 earlier, and then he got this one down here a minute ago. That was 2, and that was the third one right there. Miles Welch's shot, no good. 4:48 to go, 31-31, as Benton will go to the bench.
And Elliott Hardy comes in, number 10.
Also thanks to Thacker Grigsby Communications, the best TV and internet in the 14th region. Thacker Grigsby and TBS Cable are committed to the mountains. Shot by Welch was no good. Engineers, Beeler pulls it out, gets it to Isford. Isford in the lane. Wow. What an offensive basket by Isford in the lane. Makes the defense miss, and nice shot.
When Isford can get to his left hand on the left side, he's going to finish.
Spin by Robinson. And he'll be called for the walk. Too many steps.
Too many steps.
Nice move. 4:26 to go before the half. 31-33. Engineers with a 2-point lead. Cheney back to Beeler. Beeler long pass over to Isford. Isford working against Robinson. Dribbles inside, kicks back to Cheney now. Cheney back out top of the key. Settles things down for the Engineers. Calls out the play, dishes to Isford. Isford again, left-handed in the lane. Shot no good. Brought out of there by Hardy. Hardy now under their basket to Melendez. Little shot. Wow. First minutes we've saw from that young man tonight. Great job by him.
Where's he been? I'll tell you what, a great post-up spin move, get to his left shoulder and sticks it in, gets the foul.
He went to work against Melendez under the basket, drew the foul. That'll be 2 on Melendez. And Hardy's free throw is no good.
Kind of got some rotation on his shot. Looks a little sideways.
Dish intended to Robinson, picked off by Beeler. Beeler wants to go in the lane, goes up off the basket, no good. And we got another foul.
The last several times, Beeler has just said, you know what, just throw it back to me, the inbounder. I'm going to bring it across. I don't care if I'm the center or not.
Foul going to be on Robinson. That'll be his first. Engineers right now with a 4-point lead. If you're watching this, that's a big lead for either team right now.
Yes, it is.
Shot by Beeler. No good off the back of the iron. Thanks to Hazard Community and Technical College for joining our sponsor list here in the 14th Region Tournament. HCTC offers educational programs that work for you with campuses in Hazard and Jackson. Never underestimate you. Second shot by Beeler, no good off the front of the iron.
Beeler's got a nice rotation on his free throw. He's just taking an extra step there, moving.
3:40, Nas Welch goes to work for Cordia Lions. Gets a little screen from Robinson, now over in the corner to Melendez for 3, no good. Welch gets the rebound, back up off the backboard, no good. Puts it up again, no foul called. Engineers come up with the ball. Isford drives in the lane off that left hand again.
Coach gets a timeout for Cordia. He's not liking what he's seeing. He letting Isford get all the way to the basket.
Coach Noble, there's a guy on the court named Will Isford. We're going to take a quick break and we'll go to commercial. We'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
You've been waiting on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 device. Then the team at Appalachian Wireless has some good news for you. Appalachian Wireless is launching all Samsung S22 models on sale. Every S22 model will be $150 off normal contract pricing. Or take $100 off and we'll pay the taxes on the Appalachian Advantage. Visit one of our retail or dealer locations and on the web because we don't want you to miss this fantastic deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Back here, Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we're just checking some stats. Will Isford, 48% field goal shooter. Young man is finding pay dirt tonight as he's going down the lane, and like you mentioned earlier, when he can get to that left hand under the basket, look out. He has streaked into the lane a few times for the Engineers, and he is up 37-31 with 3 minutes to go before the half. The Engineers with a 6-point lead. Robinson under the basket. Nice little bank shot.
But if I'm Coach Farler, I'll make him go right.
Malone takes the ball away under the basket, and a putback for Gordon Malone. Just like that, here come the Lions roaring back, 35-37.
Good
Willis.
timeout by Coach Farler.
Yeah. And ball knocked loose. Going to stay with the Engineers. Thanks again to our tournament sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, law offices of David Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time. Watch Isford down the lane. There's that left-handed jump shot again. No good. Robinson clears out the rebound. Robinson slows things down. Dishes to Welch. Welch will take it himself, go in the lane, off the backboard, and good.
You know, Welch and Isford kind of remind me of each other.
Yeah, playing very similar games. Isford with a pass to Cheney. Cheney drives, goes up, blocked by Bennett, but they're going to say he got him on the arm.
Good job by Cheney getting to the gut. Going to put his floater up. He got fouled.
37-37 with 2:07 to go before halftime. Lions and the Engineers have not disappointed here in the first half. The Engineers have continued to run up and down the court with Cordia. And I tell you what, they look really good, especially Will Isford as he's been going down the lane. I guess the big news for the Engineers is Benton has been quiet with 3 fouls on the bench right now.
We got 2 players on both teams, 2 key players, but 3 fouls.
Brooks on 3 fouls out for the Lions. 38-37 now. 1 free throw was good.
Estill, they're going to go to the traditional 2-3, try to get more out on the shooters, spread it out.
Welch over to Bennett.
Good defense.
Great defense by the Engineers. Bennett over to Welch. 1:40 to go. Now over to Bennett.
Estill bringing the blocks out to cover the wing.
Great zone defense. And I'll tell you what, Jago Robinson has put the Cordia Lions on his shoulders for the last couple minutes. He goes to the basket, gets the shot, draws the foul. And that'll be the first foul on Hardy for Estill County. And Hardy will come out, and we get 2 new players into the game. Number 42, Parker Maybrier, and number 34, Peyton Riddell.
Beeler gets a much deserved rest.
Beeler's played a good first half, so has Will Isford. Shot is up and good by Jago Robinson.
Good offense by Cordia that time. We talked about Estill's defense, but that was great offense.
Isford over to Cheney. Now over to Maybrier. Maybrier top of the key. Tries to shake Bennett, gets it to Isford. Ball knocked loose. Maybrier comes back up with it. Tries to dump it to Cheney. He finally gets rid of it, gets it to Cheney.
Estill in a weave up top.
Yep.
Looking for a drive.
Willis, Cheney, back to Willis, inside to Isford. Isford spins, goes back to his left, off the backboard.
Great shot by the young man. It's fun.
This guy's exciting. He's fun to watch. Put the little guy on the blocks and let him work against the big guys.
Yeah, right.
Miles Welch over to Bennett. Now back to Welch. Cross court to Melendez. Back to Welch, over to Bennett. Going to shoot the 3, looks good. Off the side of the iron, tipped. Will be tipped by Malone. The Engineers will inbound the ball with 35 seconds to go. 40-40.
40 in there, man-to-man run and jump defense. Here comes the 2.
Cheney over to Maybrier, back to Cheney.
There you go, get it middle.
Yeah, got to get it up. Riddell brings it up over in the corner to Bryce Willis for 3. No good, off the iron.
Bryce has had his looks out there.
Welch dumps it, tried to dump it inside to Malone, and ball goes out of bounds. Turnover for the Lions, and the Engineers will go back to work.
You give and take right there. Cordia sometimes they need to set it up, but right there, that's just the way they play. They play fast.
Pressure defense by the Lions.
Here comes the jump.
Maybrier to Riddell. Willis going to go in against Melendez, and it's up and in for Bryce Willis.
I like to see Willis driving in like that. He's made the ones he's went in.
None of these guys, especially these guards, you see Melendez put in a big shot.
To tie it up.
That'll bring us to the end of the first half. We told you at the beginning of the game, neither one of these were going to disappoint, and we're at the end of the first half. Cordia Lions 42, Estill Engineers 42. We'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation after these messages.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
For $30 off your Thacker Grigsby or TVS broadband bill through the Affordable Connectivity Program? If you participate in certain federal government-funded programs, yes, you can start your qualification process by going to acpbenefit.org and click on the blue Apply Now button, or call our office at 606-785-9500 or stop by one of our locations in Jackson, Whitesburg, Hazard, or Hindman.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am an HCTC graduate.
At citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are more than capable of providing quality care, and my partner and I will bring that.
We teamed up together as cardiothoracic surgeons to provide the highest standards of care.
We can give people a better quality of life, and the quality of surgery will be as exemplary here as it is anywhere else.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
If you've been waiting on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 device, then the team at Appalachian Wireless has some good news for you. Appalachian Wireless is launching all Samsung S22 models on sale. Every S22 model will be $150 off normal contract pricing. Or take $100 off and we'll pay the taxes on the Appalachian Advantage. Visit one of our retail or dealer locations and on the web, because we don't want you to miss this fantastic deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
We are back from the Coliseum in Jackson, Kentucky. We've got a tie ball game in the first matchup here in the semifinals of the 14th regional tournament. 42-42, Estill County Engineers and the Cordia Lions. Does it get any better, Coach?
Well, we're in a gridlock right now. You know, both teams really getting it up and down the court. We looked at the stats here, and you know, there's a few telltales, but we're pretty much even. You know, it looks like some points off turnovers in favor of Cordia. But there's you know, rebounds, everything else, three-point shooting, a little bit different, but everything else is even.
Cordia has pulled down a few more offensive rebounds. That's gave them some opportunity for second chance points.
Right.
They're winning that one 7-2 on offensive rebounds. That's a little bit of difference, but like you said, a pretty even matchup even on paper. Turnovers and points off turnovers. just back and forth. I guess big news if you're just tuning in. Greg Brooks with 3 fouls on the bench in the first quarter for the Cordia Lions. And Cade Benton, big man for the Engineers who got him here, he's on the bench with 3 fouls. So both coaches having to go to the bench and bring some players in. So far, they're getting good minutes. I mean, we talked about it during the break. It's not been a bad defensive game. That's a high-scoring first half, but not a bad defensive effort for either team at this point.
No, not a bad defensive effort at all. They both teams are giving great effort. They just look like a little bit better offense right now, you know. So.
I got a couple shout-outs before I forget. I want to say special thanks to Connie and Steve Hale watching us, listening to us over on Quicksand. I don't know if they miss a game or not. Connie's always bragging about Bluegrass Sports Nation, and she hollered at me earlier today and said, hey, you better get to the gym. You got to call this ball game today.
Yeah, big shout-out to Connie.
Shout out to Connie and Stephen Hale. Appreciate them watching. And a big shout-out to Rick, Stacy, and Tammy. Tammy messaged me the other night after the game and talking about how they appreciate us explaining the game. And Rick really enjoys tuning in and listening to us on Bluegrass Sports Nation. He doesn't get much opportunity to get out and watch these games anymore. But, Rick, we sure appreciate you, buddy, and everything you've did for the Bobcats over the years. And just glad you guys can tune in. That's what Bluegrass Sports Nation is all about. We try to do the best we can for our fans. And these student athletes we have here in front of us, I tell you what, we've got some great athletes in the 14th region. You look out on the court today, and I don't know where you're going to find players much better than Greg Brooks and Cade Benton and Nas Welch. And, we haven't said much about the 2 kids from each team that have carried their team, Jago Robinson for the Cordia Lions and Will Isford for the Engineers.
Yeah, and not so much surprise there, but he has absolutely been very, very, very dynamic and really leading his team offensively right now and putting it on his shoulders while Benton is in foul trouble.
Yeah, you kind of turn those. These 2 kind of got turned loose and it's back and forth up and down the court, and just impressive what Jago Robinson has done for the Lions and what Will Isford's done for the Engineers.
Jago looking good.
Yeah, he really has. And he's went to the free throw line, done fairly well from the free throw line. Special thanks again to our sponsors. I'll run down them real quick. We got about a minute and a half before halftime is over. Appalachian Regional Healthcare, more health, more care, more for Appalachia. First Trust Bank, great people, great banking and financial services. With locations in Hazard, London, and Richmond. Max Mitchell, president. Law offices of David A. Johnson, Eastern Kentucky attorneys, representing Eastern Kentucky. Call the car wreck professionals with locations in Hazard and Jackson. Appalachian Wireless, serving Eastern Kentucky. Better service, bigger savings. Get the best phone on the Appalachian Advantage plan. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs and supplying Eastern Kentucky. Go Time, refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 6 great locations to serve you. Thacker Grigsby Communications, the best in TV and internet in the 14th region. Thacker Grigsby and TVS Cable are committed to the mountains. YPK Motorsports, go by and visit ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride. They've got 3 locations in Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville. In-stock machines ready for your family's outdoor adventures. And Hazard Community and Technical College, HCTC, offers educational programs that work for you with campuses in Hazard and Jackson. And we'd also like to say special thanks to Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson. They are also on our full game tournament sponsors. Citizens Bank and Trust, serving Breathitt County for over 50 years. Check out the free CBTJ mobile app, your banking, right on your mobile device.
YPK, my boy John Lester out there.
I'll tell you what. It's a great day to be on a ride like that. I passed a lot of them on the road today.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend, a great weekend. Great weather. And we are clicking the seconds off the clock as both teams are back onto the court. Cordia Lions arm in arm around the huddle here around Coach Farler. Coach Hall already got his instructions to his starting 5 back out on the floor for Coach Hall.
Yeah, they're geared up and ready to go. We got Larry and Mike Wolf holding it down for us over here under the goal.
Yeah, boy. I spoke to him on the way out the other night. Told him we sure appreciated keeping us safe.
Great job by those guys.
The Cordia Lions fans and the Estill Engineer fans have came out in force. Cordia finally filled in sections behind us here, and the great engineer band and the engineer fans across from us.
Who wants to go to the finals?
Kenny Rose going to go up off the backboard, no good. Pulled down by Jago Robinson.
You just mentioned Kenny.
Yep, we'll get Kenny in the action here. I'm sure Coach Howell wants to get him going. He was an important factor against Wolf County the other night. Brooks going to put up a long three, off the rim, no good.
Estill in the 2-3.
Beeler tries to get it out of there. Oh, he tried to dump it to Willis, but the ball was knocked loose. Malone with it. Now under the glass is Robinson. Got it blocked. Goes up again. Kenny Rose takes it away again.
Defense. Might have got fouled there.
They are letting them play as the ball got to Cade Benton. He ran into Malone and fell. The ball rolls out of bounds. Referees kind of letting them play here in the first minute of the third quarter.
Yeah, he might have got fouled there, but hope it's consistent on both ends.
It was, I think so. Inbounds
you
to
got to watch the inbounder.
Want to back up, thought about the three, drives inside, kicks it back out to Willis. I think Benton should have took that shot.
I thought he should have given to the hole, all the way to the hole that time.
He needs to get his confidence up right now, and he needs to get the Engineers a little life to start the third quarter, and I think Benton's the one to get it done. Dishes inside to Rose. Rose working against Melendez, kicks back to Benton. Benton with a long three, no good. Isford with a rebound. Left-handed hook shot is good for Isford.
Yeah, Isford starting where he left off.
Young man, I tell you what, he is hot tonight.
And he's got some scrap to him, too.
He does, 6:45. Engineers with a 2-point lead. Brooks out at the top of the key, over to Melendez, back to Brooks, over to Malone, now back to Brooks. He's going to shoot the long three. No good. He can hit that shot. I don't think Coach Farley really wants him shooting that right now, though.
Well, it's we said that the other night, and then he proved us wrong and hit 2 or 3 at the end.
Yeah, here comes Benton up under the glass, no good. Rose a little early, misses the rebound, and here comes Gordon Malone. Look out. Under the basket, no good, but we got a foul.
Cordia doing a great job with the side Euro step, avoiding the charges. They've gotten a lot of fouls on Estill like that tonight.
Yep. Coach Farley really got to like the way the club's playing. I think he was a little upset at Brooks with those rushed three-pointers. But Jago Robinson, Gordon Malone, Nas Welch, and even Melendez playing some great defense as Malone goes to the free throw line, misses the first one.
You really look at Cordia when you talk about three-point shooting. Any one of these guys, they're not scared to shoot it.
No, they're not. We got Bennett comes into the game for Jago Robinson. Shot is no good for Malone. Missed them both. Beeler up to Willis. Dumps it inside to Rose. Rose dumps it back to Isford. Isford under the goal. Missed it. Off the rim. Handled by Malone. Malone gets it down to Nas Welch. Welch up under the basket. Scoop, no good. Wow.
That's really late.
And we got another foul. Going to be on Kenny Rose. Wow.
On the
yeah, that was just a little bit of a late whistle.
Well, 2 late whistles right there. You know, it's hard to make that call. I think that should have been a no call there.
Welch goes to the free throw line, misses that shot.
I think Welch might have got the nod right there just because he's such a good player.
5:59 to go in the third, 44-42. Estill County with a 1-point lead now as Nas Welch makes it 44-43. Over in the corner, threw out of bounds by Isford, intended for Willis. Willis couldn't get the pass. Dustin Beeler says, hey guys, come on. Let's calm down a few minutes, and we got this, we'll handle it. Brooks over to Melendez. Melendez in the lane. There's that sidestep again, blocked, out of bounds. No, kept it in bounds, my bad. Pass intended for Rose. Rose kind of let it sail by, but he still had a hand on it. Now over to Benton. Over in the corner to Isford. Both teams playing really loose right now.
Cordia and a man-to-man. Both teams up and down. That's a great point, Rob. They're really just relying on their one-on-one.
Isford open for 3 off the screen.
Off the elevator screen.
I tell you what, if you want anybody handling the ball for Estill County, I'm voting for Mr. Will Isford. Bennett inside to Welch. Welch drives up off the backboard and good.
Two left-handers going at it.
Bryce Willis over to Kenny Rose. Rose stops, puts up the little jump shot off the rim, no good. Welch clears out the rebound. Nas doesn't have numbers, but he goes to the basket anyway, and he'll draw the foul.
Got the charge that time.
Got the charge that time. Got the charge that time. That's what Kenny Rose was hoping for.
Yes.
So that'll be one foul on Nas Welch. Welch didn't have numbers that time, and he decided to go on to the basket.
Yeah, most times this game, Cordia, they haven't had numbers, but they've been able to sidestep the defense and get in there to finish.
Will Isford, pass from Benton. Isford goes to the hole, and it's good, 49-45.
Have we mentioned Will Isford is having a good game?
He's number 23.
Folks, number 23 has come to play, and he's got his Estill County Engineers right there.
Well, he's got the fans riled up. 4-point lead. Bennett inside to Welch for Cordia. Goes up off the backboard. Can't get the roll. Cleared out of there by Beeler. Over in the corner to Willis. Willis fakes the three. Over to Cade Benton for a long three.
Oh, he needed that. Long three by the young man. Good shot.
Cade Benton has been quiet in this game. Look out. Jago Robinson steps back from the elbow. Jump shot no good. Welch there to put it back.
Welch has really been there on the offensive rebounds tonight. Doing a great job.
Nice defensive effort by Gordon Malone to knock the pass out of bounds.
Estill trying to throw over this run and jump, but you've got a button hook. If your man leaves to jump, curl to the middle and get it up the court.
Benton with Bennett on him. Benton drives
got
pass.
A hook. Got a man open.
Over in the corner to Beeler for three. Off the rim, no good. Tipped. Nas Welch there to clean it up. Welch down the court. Stops, kicks it over inside to Bennett. Bennett up and under and good.
Nice pass that time by Welch. Bennett with the finish. Jump. Got a button hook, Bennett. There's middle.
Willis over to Beeler. Beeler drives and got out of there by Malone. Malone tipped it. Now to Bennett. Bennett might have got away with a walk.
Blocked.
Brooks's three is no good, and we got a foul on Dustin Beeler.
Foul on the three-point shot that time.
Yeah.
Looked like he blocked it first, but he got a piece of his body going by.
So Greg Brooks will go to the line to shoot three.
Have I ever said never foul the jump shooter?
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Brooks, good for the first. Brooks has had a pretty quiet game so far. Sat early with those three fouls.
Yeah, didn't play the second quarter.
Coach Farler got him in here in the third quarter to try to get some business took care of at the point guard position. Second shot, no good for Brooks. Mentioned earlier that young man is a freshman. Look for big things out of him going forward in this region.
Jamari in for Robinson.
Third free throw is good for Brooks. Here comes Will Isford going to the lane. Dumped it back to Rose. Rose's shot no good, but Rose going to draw the foul.
Well, really nice pass by Isford that time. I didn't even realize he passed it.
Melendez, Robinson, Malone, Brooks, and Welch in for the lines. And Kenny Rose will go to the free throw line. That'll be two fouls on Jago Robinson. First shot for Kenny Rose is good. First points for him tonight, if my stats are correct. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, Hazard Community and Technical College, Thacker Grigsby Communications, YPK Motorsports, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, Citizens Bank of Jackson. Second shot for Rose is no good. Here comes Nas Welch. Blows by about three engineers, goes to the lane, up off the backboard, and good for Nas Welch.
Hanging in the air, puts it off the glass. Very nice shot.
Young man can do a lot. Beeler Over in the corner to Rose. Rose puts it on the court, spins against Brooks, goes up with a jump shot and good.
Kenny Rose spinning and winning on the baseline.
I told you Coach Hall wanted to get Rose involved. Big three-pointer by Greg Brooks, no good. Coach Farler says, why?
Did he come across half court when he shot it?
I don't think Coach Farler wanted that shot. 55-53. Wow.
Oh.
Willis dumps it underneath to Rose. Rose gets the putback. Misses another shot. Brooks going to be fouled by Isford.
Oh, no. Rose just a little excited on those shots.
Yeah.
You know, came off his hand wrong.
Well, you know, sometimes you get under the basket and you expect somebody to be in your face, and when they're not there.
Right. That's a good point, Rob. He might have anticipated some or heard some footsteps coming.
Brooks inside to Robinson. Robinson stops, puts up the one-handed jump shot, no good. I think that's going to be out on. I thought they might say Rose tipped it last, but I guess Robinson must have tipped it last. Engineer basketball. Beeler to Isford. Isford back to Beeler. Gets past Robinson, dishes to Benton. Benton takes the three.
Might have double dribbled that time.
Dumps it off to Bryce Willis. Big three-point basket, no good. Brooks saves it from out of bounds. Here comes Gordon Malone. Malone inside. Nice jump shot.
Malone with a tough shot. He got it on his right hand, inside out dribble, got to the gut, made the shot.
Ball goes out of bounds. And Beeler going to inbound it right in front of the scorer's table for the Engineers.
We're deadlocked at double nickels.
Double nickels. 1:45 to go here in the third. Fans getting treated to a great one here. First matchup of the semifinals. Estill and Cordia. Definitely fans getting their money's worth in this one.
Watch for Cordia or Estill to come around the front, maybe get a look to the basket here or an isolation with Kenny Rose.
Benton to inbound, gets it to Rose, kicks it back to Benton. Benton going to be fouled.
Nice play.
I think they just got tripped up. Good show of sportsmanship.
Yeah. You always got to watch the inbound passer.
Yeah. Robinson's third foul. Thanks again, law offices of David A. Johnson, First Trust Bank, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time, Steak and Shake, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, and Hazard Community and Technical College, and Citizens Bank of Jackson. Thanks to all those sponsors for helping us bring you the action here on Bluegrass Sports Nation in the first round matchup in the 14th Region semifinals.
And watch the elevator screen again.
Yep. Engineers getting stacked in there. Isford gets it to Willis. Willis, Robinson going after the ball. Greg Brooks comes up with it, goes to the basket, taken away by Willis, but Robinson there for the cleanup. Right time, right place for Jago Robinson. 57-55, Cordia with a 2-point lead.
Jago's so active.
Yeah, Isford, ball knocked away by Malone. Brooks going to shoot the three for the lines. No good, off the top of the backboard, out of bounds.
Brooks can get to the hole too. He needs to remember that. He's got a nice floater, a nice pull-up game.
I think that's kind of what Coach Farler is trying to remind him of right now.
I think he is.
In not so many words. Rose to Beeler. Right over in front of the Estill bench, going to be out of bounds, and Beeler, they're going to say Beeler knocked it out.
Thought Beeler maybe get the pass back, maybe get it back to the middle to Kenny.
Brooks over to Malone. Malone looking inside, finds Robinson. Robinson says, give me a step and I'll take it off the backboard. The shot is good, and the foul will be on Kenny Rose. Four fouls on Kenny Rose. Coaching staff trying to calm him down right now as Jago Robinson will go to the line. Casey Chaney in for Rose as he will have to sit with 4 fouls.
Kenny's a little upset. He thought he had position.
Shot by Robinson is good. Jago Robinson has really taken care of the Cordia Lions today. Isford turns, gives to Willis. Now to Benton. Benton working against Greg Brooks. Now to Beeler. Looked like he tried to get it back to Benton, and it goes out of bounds.
This pressure from Cordia right now, amping it up. The third quarter coming to an end. They are getting turnovers left and right.
Well, the Cordia Lions fans behind us come to life. 60-55, biggest lead for Cordia.
Watch that Cordia's zone offense. They work it around the perimeter. They got two guys at the high post that can take it to them.
Here goes Malone. Malone with a jump shot just inside the three-point line. It's good. 29 seconds to go here in the third, 62-55.
And this is when Cordia amped it up against Hazard.
Cheney to Beeler, back to Cheney. Long pass to Isford. Isford going to go in the lane, puts up the shot, no good, missed the layup. 15 seconds, Brooks going to drive. Goes in the lane, goes up, off the backboard. Shot is no good, but he'll draw the foul.
I think he heard Coach Farler take it to the hole.
Well, I think when he come across midcourt, that kind of rung in his ear, and he said, I'm not going to shoot the three this time.
That's right.
But look where he's at. He didn't make the basket, but he's at the free throw line, and he can still give Cordia an 8-point lead with the first free throw. 6 fouls for the Engineers in this half, 3 for the Lions. First shot by Brooks rolls in.
Estill's got 11.5. Look for them to do their sideline break here to get a shot. If not, let's get it to Benton or Isford and try to get some points here before it starts.
Brooks gives the Lions their biggest lead.
Good job. There we go, sideline.
Isford over to Benton. Benton will take it, and he does. Puts up the three, no good. Robinson with the rebound to Bennett. Bennett wanted to go in the lane, and the ball gets knocked loose, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. The Cordia Lions coming on strong, 64-55, 9-point lead for the Lions. We'll take a break and be back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
All right, folks, we are back as Wallace Bates has the Cordia Lions fans and the Estill Engineers fans wired up here on the road to Rupp Arena. Today it's going through the 14th region here at the Coliseum in Jackson, Kentucky. The story here is probably the best play I've seen by the Cordia Lions thus far in the season. Greg Brooks over to Welch. The Lions with a 9-point lead over the Engineers. The Lions seem to have come out of nowhere, Coach.
Yes.
Brooks with a big three.
Playing with a lot of confidence right now. The Cordia Lions, and a big shot by Brooks.
Brooks looks over at Coach Farler, and Coach Farler says, I still didn't want you to shoot that one. 67-55. Isford down the lane, sidestep, shot no good. He ends up with it, goes back up under the basket, off the backboard, and good.
He said, I'm not going to miss this one.
Ball was kept alive that time by Peyton Riddell under the basket.
Quick timeout.
We've got a full timeout with 7:20 here in the fourth. We'll take a break and be right back.
Apply for $30 off your Thacker Grigsby or TVS broadband bill through the Affordable Connectivity Program. If you participate in certain federal government-funded programs, yes, you can start your qualification process by going to acpbenefit.org and click on the blue Apply Now button, or call our office at 606-785-9500 or stop by one of our locations in Jackson, Whitesburg, Hazard, or Hindman.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am an HCTC graduate.
We are back, 7:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Cordia Lions came on like gangbusters there in the end of the third quarter. Got it out to a 10-point lead, 67-57. Cordia over Estill right now.
Cordia in a, looks like a half-court 2-2-1.
Bennett over to Robinson. Robinson takes a step back, gives to Welch. Welch in the lane, up off the glass, no good. Tipped by Bennett. Kenny Rose comes out of there with it by the Engineers. Benton passes to Isford, and Isford off the glass.
Delay a game warning on Estill, touching the ball out of the basket. Two-2-1 again, half-court trap. Cordia looking to get it to Welch in the middle.
Big pass to Bennett, and Bennett going to be called for the walk. Beeler to inbound it right in front of the Cordia bench. Give to Cheney, knocked loose. Beeler being trapped by Bennett, and Welch gets it to Cheney. Cheney throws it ahead of Benton. Benton handles it, goes in the lane, steps back, goes up against Robinson. Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Rose cleans it up and puts it in. Big basket by Kenny Rose.
Beeler keeping it alive. Estill hitting offensive rebounds.
Greg Brooks kicks it back to Bennett. Inside to Malone. Malone drives, loses the handle. Rose comes up with it. Cheney's got it. Over to Benton now.
Estill having some momentum right now.
Yep, Cheney to Beeler. Beeler going to go in the lane, goes up. And we got a blocking foul called on Nas Welch. But they call it on Malone. It's on Welch.
Just what the doctor ordered after the timeout by Coach Hall, getting a couple stops, getting down here, opportunities to score.
6:09 to go in the fourth here in the first matchup today of the 14th region. 67-61, 6-point lead for Cordia. And Beeler gets the roll. Go to the line and try to get the second one.
Once his route, after he shoots, he kind of walks and follows it a little bit here.
Talking to it. Deep breath.
Oh.
Shot no good. Tipped by Kenny Rose.
Rebound.
Kenny Rose gives life. He gets a reward with the shot from the three-corner. No good. Brooks brings it up for the Lions underneath against Benton and Rose. Shot was no good. Put back by Jago Robinson.
I'm very impressed with Cordia's offensive rebounding.
Melendez there to take that one away from Cheney. No look pass to Bennett under the basket. And Coach Brian Hall says, I got to have a timeout. The Cordia Lions 71, Engineers 62. We'll keep it here. Thanks again to our 14th Region tournament sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, law offices of David A. Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time, Steak and Shake, Citizens Bank of Jackson, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, and Hazard Community and Technical College. Thanks again to all those sponsors for being here with us on this one. I tell you what, it's going to be an exciting finish. I think the Engineers will come out of this timeout and definitely look to get Benton or Rose involved underneath. Maybe even a three from Isford.
Yeah.
Coach Hall wanted to get that timeout, had to slow things down. I think things were getting a little bit, I think that it almost seems to me that the Engineers have been playing catch-up now. Instead of keeping up with the lines up and down the court.
Yeah, and they really don't need to do that right now. They need to just settle down, handle this press, make the pass. You know, like you say, you got a button hook, and you know, if your man goes and jumps, you're open. You know, make yourself presentable and available. And it looks like they're going to a 1-4 press break right here. This is a good move.
We get the inbounds from the baseline. Beeler tries to find Cheney, can't get him, gets Isford. Isford going to bring it up in the lane, going to stop, puts up that little floater, and he gets a roll.
Gets a roll.
Been good for him all day. Why not? Let's try it again.
Nice press break by Coach Hall. Hitting the second curler, getting it to your dynamic scorer. And there's some defense out front.
Ball taken away. Brooks tied up by Beeler and Isford. Beeler takes it to the hoop.
Engineers responding. Buy a ticket on the train.
Welch to Bennett. Engineer fans come to life. Miles Welch looking for a lane. He goes in the lane, puts up a shot off the backboard and good.
How did that go in?
I don't know. Young man got an eye for the basket, that's for sure. Inbounds to Rose, gets it to Cheney. Cheney across midcourt, drives, kicks to Benton for a long three. About a 30-footer. Isford handles the rebound up and under. Can't get the shot to go, but we'll have a foul.
Good offensive rebound that time by Isford. Muscles his way in, gets the foul.
Foul is going to be on Nas Welch. Shot for Isford is good. And back into the game for the Engineers is Bryce Willis.
We'll see if Willis can come in and give his team a lift.
Shot by Isford is good.
Knocks them both down. 2-2-1 again, half court. Picking up a little bit earlier.
Yep. Robinson tries to go by Benton.
You better watch out, Benton.
Yep. And we get a blocking foul on Benton. Robinson just gives him a look, says, hey, I'm going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah. Good job by the ref holding the restraint right there. He could give technical to Benton there.
Well, you know, Benton has played really cool basketball, calm and poised. And I think the foul situation got him a little frustrated earlier in this game.
And that does it with any young player. You get in foul trouble like that, you're always playing on your heels, you know, and he's done a good job of handling himself. Right now, just settle down. You're right in the ball game. It's only a 5-point game. 4 minutes, 41 seconds left.
When we talk about some guys doing some hard work on the court, you see the referee wiping up the sweat off the floor, takes the other end of the towel, wipes his forehead.
Yeah.
These guys getting their money's worth too.
They sure are. They're doing a great job.
16th region referees here taking care of the tournament for us. Jago Robinson goes to the line. 73-68. 4:41 to go. First shot by Robinson. It's good.
Jago playing good. He's having a great game.
Has he not played one of the best games I've watched him play?
Best 2 games in a row I've seen him play. Yeah. And this young Cordia Lions team is really gaining some momentum. If they can come out here with this win, it's going to be a big win for them.
Robinson's second shot bounces off the back of the iron, no good.
But don't count the Engineers out.
Rose with the rebound over to Benton. Benton going to go in the lane. Puts up the little one-handed floater. Nice shot.
He's got a little Larry Bird-esque in him.
He does. Brooks to Robinson. Knocked loose by Isford. Isford gets it to Willis. Over to Beeler. Fans on both sides wanting a call. We haven't had one yet. Beeler goes to the court. Gets it to Isford. They are letting them play here in the fourth quarter.
Too much dribbling. Got to pass it.
Willis going to go in the lane. Puts up the shot. No good. Blocked Melendez comes out of there with it for the Lions. Over to Brooks in the corner. He'll shoot the three.
Money!
Nothing but net for Greg Brooks, freshman for the Lions. And we have to have a timeout. 77-70, Cordia with a 7-point lead. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
Bang, big shot.
Wow. I don't know, Coach. I know there's great basketball games all over the state, but this week the 14th region has had the spotlight on them, brother.
I'd put them up against any of the regional tournaments. These games very exciting. Another big shot right there. The Estill County Engineers getting the lead down to 4, but right back at you. Great pass over to Brooks. Brooks said, I don't care if I missed a few, I'm going to shoot this one.
Watch this, Coach.
Yeah. And that's a scorer's mentality, a shooter's mentality. You keep shooting no matter what, and they're usually going to make you pay.
Well, that young man can hit that shot, and what you just said means a lot. That's what a shooter's got to do. He's got to keep shooting.
You got to keep shooting.
He's not going to get in a slump because he's going to shoot the ball.
Yeah, he's a scorer. He's got a scorer's mentality.
Yes,
that's
sir.
what that's called.
Thanks again to all of our fans watching and listening at home, and thanks to our sponsors. Let's get set for the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds of the fourth quarter. Beeler to Isford, cross midcourt. Isford going to go into the lane like he's done all day. Shot no good. Rose cleans it up. Got the rebound and went back up the second time, and it falls for Kenny Rose.
Rose playing like a man, grabbing that rebound, 2 hands, putting the follow-up basket back in.
Welch to Brooks. Back to Welch in the lane. Welch going to drive. Goes up off that left hand, no good. Jago Robinson there to clean it up.
Estill out of the press break.
Benton trying to shake Melendez. Ball on the court. Benton handles it.
Good pass.
Wow.
Oh, behind the hand.
Behind the back, over the shoulder pass to Rose. The shot for Rose is good. And Rose will go to the free throw line.
Benton, he never got a really good handle on the dribble all the way down the left side, and he finally got it. I thought he was shooting it. He turned around, a no-look pass to his buddy Rose. He's sticking in a chance for the hoop and the harm.
You think maybe he watched a little Larry Bird?
I believe he did.
That was kind of Larry Bird-esque too, to find the open player. And foul shot by Rose, no good. 79-74. Engineers back within 5.
Brooks on the attack.
Melendez over in the corner, gets it to Welch. Welch going to drive against Rose. He goes up, throws it up off the backboard, no good. Ball tipped, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Cordia.
Well, that's what you want right there. If you're Cordia, come back, get it to your star, let him try to create. He might have got fouled in there, but officials letting him play.
I'll tell you what, we talk a lot about working inside, and right now Cordia needs to keep going to the basket. Trying to draw the foul if they don't get the bucket.
That's good. That's a good point, Rob.
Melendez over to Brooks. Brooks puts the ball on the court, goes to the floor, taken away by Rose. Ball thrown up.
Got Brooks with the grab.
We're going to get Brooks with a foul as Rose was getting up. Brooks going for the ball. Rose trips. That'll be 4 fouls, I believe.
Looks like lucky he didn't get the intentional there.
Yeah.
While he's on the ground, stopped the fast break. Estill had the advantage.
2:48 to go. That's 4 fouls on Brooks. 79-74. Kenny Rose goes to the line, trying to pull the Engineers a little closer.
Big free throws by Kenny.
Rose scoreless in the first half. I've got him for 9 right now in the second.
Coach Farler taking out a star. Welch giving him a quick blow. Sure, get him back in for down the stretch.
Yeah, Welch going to get a little breather. First shot by Rose is good. Melendez, Bennett, Malone, Brooks, and Robinson on the court for Cordia. Willis, Benton, Rose, Isford, and Beeler starters on the court for the Engineers. Shot was no good. Rebound down to the lines. Here comes Gordon Malone across midcourt. Up to the basket and good for Gordon Malone. The guy's got some moves, Coach.
Jordan Malone, coast to coast again.
Coming down the court, and Bryce Willis, right in front of the Cordia bench, going to be fouled by Melendez.
1-1 for the Engineers. This is what you want if they're them. Kind of stop the clock. A lot of time left, but you want to get points while the clock stops.
Well, it gives them a chance to stop the clock, get some points, draw them a little closer. Bryce Willis, first shot, nothing but net.
Much easier to set your defense up, too, after a free throw. You want to get the press or back to your half-court track.
And one more shot from the free throw line for Willis. Welch set to go back in, but they bring him back to the bench now. Second shot was good for Willis.
If I was Coach Farler, I would have Welch back in the game ASAP.
He brought him back to the scorer's table now. Melendez working against Rose. Taken away by Isford. Pass intended for Brooks. Isford on the court. We got a jump ball.
Got the timeout.
Timeout before we got the call. There we go.
Big timeout.
Timeout, Estill County. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back after these messages on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back, folks, from the Coliseum here in Jackson, Kentucky. The Cordia Lions have a 4-point lead over the Estill Engineers. And I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the roof is about to come off the Coliseum. We got Cordia fans and Estill fans both living it up in here right now. Both fan bases supporting their schools. And we have the awesome Estill County band across from us. We've heard them here today. They do a great job. Referees drying up the floor. You guys got to give props to these coaches. Coach Farler and Coach Hall have done a great job in this game.
They've done a good job. Both guys calling their timeouts right, making some timely substitutions, changing their defenses, changing their press offenses. They're not leaving anything in the bag today.
Right. Benton trying to inbound it, trying to get it to Isford and knocked loose by Robinson. Jago Robinson. Once again for Cordia, dishes underneath to Bennett. Taken away. I believe that's Hardy back into the game for Estill County. Well, that was Willis, my bad. And we got a foul under the basket. Basket is good. Isford will go to the line.
Pass from Benton right to his buddy Isford, and Isford just doing what he's done all game.
Young man has played impressive tonight. He really has.
Big shot right here.
Talk about giving your team life. The young man came out on a tear. He started out strong and has not looked back. Misses the free throw. Bennett pulls it down, gets it to Brooks. 1:56 left in regulation. Bennett over to Welch. Welch going to go in the lane. Dishes inside to Robinson. Can't get the roll, but knocked out of bounds. Knocked out by Robinson, and Estill County will try to capitalize on a turnover. 81-79, 1:47 to go in the fourth. Estill. Willis's pass picked off. Welch dropped it underneath. We got a jump ball. We got a timeout.
I don't know.
I thought they would call the jump ball. Malone and Benton were tied up on the floor.
All right.
And we got a full timeout. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Give them a call today at 606-666-5519 or 606-666-5500.
and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back from the Coliseum. Coach Sean Noble of the Jackson City Tigers and myself bringing you one of the best games we've watched here just in the 14th Region Tournament, just like all the others. Lots of things to talk about, and this game has not disappointed. 1:35 to go. We got a 2-point ball game. Lions with the lead.
This run and jump, going back to the 1-4 break. Second man through is Isford.
Beeler gets it to Willis. Willis dumps it over in the corner to Benton. Benton got Gordon Malone on him. Backs out to Isford. Now to Beeler. Back to Willis. You don't have to rush it right now if you're the Engineers.
Right.
Take control, handle the ball.
They want to
take
get
care of it.
Benton on the block.
Willis goes up and under, and oh no.
That's got to be a technical.
I can't believe.
Yes. Got to hold your composure right there. We saw that the other night.
Yes. Very important late in this game.
And you hate to see it for the young man. The ref just had to call it, though.
He's played so well in this game. Really had the Lions on his shoulders.
Just frustration.
Bryce Willis fouled under the basket by Jago Robinson.
Go to the free throw line here. He's got 2, and then they'll get the free throws for the technical, and then the ball out of bounds.
Willis's shot is good.
Some pressure free throws by the young man. He knocks the first one in.
Late in the game, 1:13 to go in the fourth. Shot is good, ties it up.
Coach going to leave him on the line this time. If you make the first 2, stay there and shoot the technical. You're in a rhythm.
So Robinson called for the technical foul. After the foul was called, with a little display to the referee.
He's got one more.
Shot was good again for Willis, and he'll try to finish it off. 81-82. The Engineers have roared back and are ahead by 1. Shot is good.
And he gives his team
money.
A 2-point lead with the basketball. 1:13 left.
Coach, will you let Bryce Willis teach us how to shoot a free throw?
I mean, that was cool as the other side of the pillow right there. He said extra biscuits and gravy right there.
I tell you what, the Estill County fans are large and in charge right now. Benton dishes inside to Isford, fakes, goes back up. We got another foul under the basket, and that will be on Samari Bennett.
Should have been a travel.
Yeah.
He came down, went up with the ball.
Came down, went up, came back down again.
But he sealed, the ref was shielded from that play. Couldn't see it. Ends up getting the foul.
Will Isford will go to the line. 1:08 to go here in regulation. Engineers with a 2-point lead, 83-81. Isford hits a big free throw.
They've gotten the plays to get back in this game and overcome a pretty good sized lead. Now see if Cordia can get it back, get himself back.
At one time, Cordia was in front by 10.
By 10. Yes,
second shot by Isford is good.
Minute 8. You got time. Get a good shot.
Cordia needs to take their time. Bennett over to Welch. Welch goes in the lane, up off the backboard and good.
That's who you want to get it.
That's who's got to take control of this if you're the Cordia Lions. And we'll get another timeout. We'll stay right here. Thanks again to our tournament sponsors, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving Breathitt County and Jackson for over 50 years. Appalachian Regional Healthcare, more health, more care, more for Appalachia. First Trust Bank, great people, great banking and financial services with locations in Hazard, London, and Richmond. Law offices of David Johnson, Eastern Kentucky attorneys representing Eastern Kentucky people. Appalachian Wireless, serving Eastern Kentucky. Bigger savings, better service. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. Go Time, refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 6 great locations. YPK Motorsports with 3 locations in Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville. Thacker Grigsby Communications, the best in TV and internet in the 14th region. Hazard Community and Technical College, offering educational programs that work for you, with campuses in Hazard and Jackson.
Cordia, you're going to amp up the press, try to get after them, get this steal, maybe tie the game.
58 seconds left in regulation. Estill County has came back from a 10-point deficit to take a 3-point lead here late in the 4th quarter.
Going to separate them here. They playing some physical defense. Both teams want this bad.
Beeler looking for the inbounds. Going to get the second man through like they did earlier with Isford. Isford against Melendez. And they're going to call that on Melendez.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. Would have been different if he'd set up shop there, but
yeah,
he was moving.
He's moving, going with him. Great effort by the young man, though, to try to draw the foul.
Will Isford will go to the line, looking to extend the lead. He could make it a 2-possession game. Shot is up. First one is good for Isford.
I'm going to say going to the basket, Will Isford is one of the top players in the 14th region. He's slashing. He's able to finish when he gets there and make foul shots.
He's really impressed me here this afternoon. He's really brought his A game. Second shot by Isford is good. I tell you what, when a team is hitting their free throws late in the game like that, it's hard to beat them. Welch up and under. That's what you said a minute ago. That's the young man you want handling the ball if you're Cordia.
Get it to your star.
87-85. Cordia needs a turnover.
Trying to dribble
they might
too
just
much.
get one.
They got it.
Yes, Greg Brooks saves it from going out of bounds, but he gets tripped up. No call. Benton behind the back to Isford, and he gets the shot.
Biscuits and gravy.
Wow. And the foul. Coach Farler is on the court. He can't believe it. 85-87. They get 89, my bad. I don't blame Coach Farler for that, but they've let him play all afternoon. They're not going to call that when he's on the court.
Right, lucky he didn't get a technical.
Yeah, he is. He was way out of the coach's box.
I guarantee you I get that technical every time.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, you got to stand up for your guys.
That's right. You got to back your players, and I look up to him for doing that. He's protecting his guys. That's his 5th foul.
Nas Welch will go out of the game with 5 fouls.
And they haven't had an answer for Nas. They haven't had one answer. But a great pass by Benton to his buddy Isford. See if he can finish it off.
Will Isford goes back to the line and hits the first one. That makes it 90-85, 30 seconds. Greg Brooks thought about the three, gives to Bennett. Bennett drives. Nice sidestep, and he gets the basket.
Bennett, Luka Doncic.
Heads up play by Samari Bennett.
And a quick foul. 1 possession game, 21 seconds left.
90-87. Quick foul to stop the clock. Bryce Willis will go to the free throw line.
Impressed by Estill County's ability to shoot the free throws under pressure.
Yeah. Bennett with 4 fouls goes over the top of the referee. Willis's first shot is good. Hard to beat a team when they're hitting these free throws late in the game.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough thing to do. You want to hopefully miss one. Estill still in it. Cordia, I'm sorry.
Shot rims out. Tipped and goes in. I think it may have been tipped by a Cordia player, but Beeler was there too.
Right.
Bennett once again goes down the lane, can't get the shot to fall. Brooks comes up with it, shoots the three.
Oh,
it looked good. Melendez with the rebound. Gives to Bennett with 4 seconds. No good off the backboard.
That's going to do it.
And that'll do it. The Estill County Engineers come back from a 10-point deficit to win the first semifinal matchup tonight.
Isbert up there hugging his mom in the stands. Getting a chance to go to Rupp.
87-93. The Engineers win by 6, able to hit all their free throws here late in the game. We'll take a break and go to commercial, and we'll be right back to recap this one. Folks, we are back from the Pharisee Woods Coliseum. 14th Region Tournament action does not disappoint in the first matchup of the semifinals as the Estill County Engineers came back from a 10-point deficit to win 93-87. And they're making a presentation for the all tournament players, Greg Brooks and Nas Welch.
Nas Welch with big 22 points.
Both voted to the all-regional team. Great players, did so much for this Cordia Lions team. Cordia, I thought, really had that one in hand when they had the 10-point lead.
I really did too. A lot of momentum changed when Nas had to go out of the game. Team looked like they kind of, just wasn't the same. They really battled the whole game. Had a 10-point lead at one time, as you mentioned, and but you can't take away anything from Estill County. They stayed true. Coach Hall switched his defense to that 2-2-1 half court. Really battled back and hit some really timely free throws on the way back.
Yeah, it's really important, and you can't say enough about Bryce Willis and Will Isford both going to the free throw line. Really impressive as they hit all their shots. As you made mention, both of these clubs battled back and forth. Really a fast-paced game, a high-scoring game, and just an impressive win for the Estill Engineers. And Coach Brian Hall got to be excited for his guys right now.
Coach Hall, he's getting interviewed at half court here by his radio station, and they, the fans are so excited. You got an opportunity to go. You got one more left. So they punched their ticket to the championship. Let's move on. He's saying.
Well, there's no quit in these Engineers today, and I tell you what, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate all our sponsors. Stay tuned. We'll have a live post-game press conference with both teams here shortly that'll be on. And you can't forget that next matchup coming at you at 6 p.m. Bluegrass Sports Nation will be here to bring you the Breathitt Bobcats and the Perry Central Commodores in that second matchup of the semifinals. For Coach Sean Noble, Ty Back, Brendan Miller, and Darren Back, this is Rob Hounshell. We'll see you on the next broadcast here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.